Hey guys, and welcome to Natural Aesthetics, the YouTube channel dedicated to drug-free bodybuilding, strength and fitness. Started off my push day with overhead press, which is the norm at the moment. 2 sets of 9 at 62.5 kilos, which is about 1.5 kilos more than last month. So it's progressing, albeit slowly, but it's still going up. So I'm pleased with that, especially after the last couple of months, which have been difficult to say the least in progressing lifts. So at the moment, starting all my push days off with shoulder movements because it's what I'm prioritising. It just makes sense to put the most amount of energy into those lifts. You're going to be lifting the most amount of weight for those movements. So my second exercise usually at the moment is seated military press. For this particular session I used a different bar. It's just got a neutral grip on it, so your hand placement is obviously much different from a regular barbell, and therefore it feels more awkward. There's a lot more bar movement than you usually get on a regular barbell. Involves the triceps a little bit more because of the neutral grip with the palms facing inwards. So I then move on to chest, and we picked a superset to start things off. Pec deck, so pec flyers for 12 to 15 reps, more or less to failure. You know, as close to it as I could manage on my own, and then going into incline barbell press. See, the idea of this superset, or really it's kind of pre-exhaustion really, because I'm pre-exhausting my pecs before going into a heavy compound. And it needs to be fairly heavy on that second exercise. I'm gunning for between 4 and 8 reps really, utilising the spot on the last few, keep the bar moving. Sometimes when people use or utilise supersets pre-exhaustion, they lift too light. The idea is to make that second movement much harder than it usually would be by pre-exhausting the pec muscles on the isolation movement. So when you come to doing the compound movement, you don't need to use as much weight as you usually would do to get the same or more intensity. So then we finished up with 3 sets of chest press on the machine, 2 sets of 10 to 12 reps, and then the final set 4 to 8 reps with a slight spot. So just maximising the intensity, utilising my training partner. I wouldn't usually train with someone. I do think there are some great advantages to be had by having a training partner help you on some of the sets. It's very rare for me that I would do this, you know, less than perhaps 3% of my workouts. But when I train with someone and when I get someone to spot me, I always have a fantastic session. Finished up the push day with triceps, some push-outs followed by push-downs. You know, intensity is important, and you know, like I said in the last video, you can grow with low intensity, high frequency, and being consistent with your workouts with great technique and good structure to your workouts. But also, I gained a lot of muscle when I first started with very poor structure of workouts. You know, didn't really know how to split my sessions up or what exercise routines to use. My form was also quite poor on a lot of exercises, but I trained with brutal intensity, trained to failure or beyond with my training partners, and I gained a lot of muscle. You know, I'll also add that I was probably under eating the vast majority of days for a good few years while I was gaining muscle. You know, I certainly wasn't overeating, I wasn't in a calorie surplus. So there's definitely something to be said of just training hard. When you maximise those elements, your training structure, your programming, your intensity, your form, then obviously you're going to see an even greater return in your results. So thanks for watching guys, stay tuned for more videos, subscribe if you haven't already, stay strong.